Today, we're gonna talk about Trail Hero and what we did at Sand Hollow. I got Constance with me. Always a pleasure to have her with us. Second trip?
Second trip, yeah. Definitely like so beautiful, so fun. I love every time that you guys invite me out. Yeah, it's no going point A to point B straight. It's like point A to B to C to D, maybe loop it back around and then be like this for a while.
At some point you end up somewhere at B. All right, so day one, taking on the maze. Now, Constance wasn't there yet, but we do have something pretty cool to talk about. We rolled right into Trail Hero with a new build called Ice Bear JKU. Now that build was for Yukon gear and axle.
I can't see you anymore.
Maze is one of the hardest trails that you're gonna get into, which is not a buggy style trail, but just like a regular trail for Jeeps.
Trail Reaper, I mean, like, anytime I see that rig out there, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be fine. Just like blasting through everything. Like I imagine him like the Bear Grylls of our group. Yeah. In a sense of like, he's like, I'm just gonna make this work right now. Yeah. Doop, 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 doop.
Oh, thank God for those dinghies, dude. I thought that was body damage for sure.
And it's so much fun to watch you guys too, because like, especially as someone like just getting into it,
well, I mean,
to
like,
see
these are like
how crazy it can
get.
get.
Two big ass toys, right?
Yeah.
And we're just two big ass kids.
Yeah, and it's inspiring. Not that I think I'm gonna get out there and do that because you guys are nuts, but something maybe like 5 levels below it. Now I'm like, yeah, I could go over that rock.
First time doing the full maze, so to say, with that many people that hadn't wheeled that much. And again, the Great American Crawl has done a lot of things on that side of the country, but now we're coming to the West Coast. And it's a lot different. Obviously out on the East Coast, we have a lot of high speed, not a lot of traction, a lot of tire spin, but out here, you don't want that. Out here, that'll create a lot of problems for you. So you have a lot of traction, but you have a lot of off camber going slow, and you have a lot of vertical climbs going slow, where you have all the traction in the world, but just because you have traction doesn't mean you're not gonna roll. I would say that probably one of the more known parts to the maze is You Gotta Be Nuts. Now, You Gotta Be Nuts is one of those that it's not that it's a super crazy obstacle, it's that it's a very inclined obstacle. So when you get into this thing, what helps with that obstacle is momentum. So you wanna roll into it nicely and just keep that nice momentum up through it and you'll be fine. So as we're like guiding, these 30, 40 Jeeps, we just see other Jeeps that are with us, just jumping into like different little obstacles here and there. And it was a lot of fun because everyone was just literally a bunch of kids on a playground with their toys. I was really stoked to see a buddy out there I hadn't seen in a little while, and that's One Bad LJ. Now, that dude, I love that dude because he's the most quiet, humble guy you'll ever meet, but that LJ is badass. Phoenix being a shorter wheelbase than Gridlock and me just being at Wolf Caves doing what I did, I was honestly on the verge the entire time of like either rolling this thing or tipping this thing because I'm jumping in a rig with about 100, 102 inches of wheelbase when my normal rig is 120 with Gridlock. John's Trail. Never done this trail before, but it was kind of one of those trails that's cool. It's just in the middle of nowhere. You drive right by it every single time you're going out to different bigger trails. But it's a really cool, just easy going trail, nice. R1 Concepts was with us. I think this is one of the first times that they were actually let out of the house, so to say.
I love them. First off, the guys over there are awesome. Paul is great. Like, I feel like anytime they're around, I have a great time and we're all just like being buddies and it's fun. I mean, I've been using their products since before like I was even working with you guys. So it's cool to have somebody that is there that I've worked with personally beforehand and now like I get to be part of their family too by being part of this family.
You're the man, Paul!
What I will say about John's Trail is because of its just slow going, easy pace, we had a monstrous crowd because this was a Yukon gear and axle run with the guys at Sexton, which awesome guys as well. Dusty was leading the trail and it was just a very nice mellow day. It's like not the normal stuff that we usually have to deal with.
I was gonna say, why do you never invite me to the mellow day? Sounds relaxing.
Like you're there for like the craziness stuff.
Sounds so nice.
Now, when you get to the end of John's Trail, that's kind of where all the action starts. There's a little V-notch of people playing, but they don't realize how tricky that thing can get real quick. So they get him flipped over, they get him towed out, they have to drag him all the way out, and I think Holly took him out with some other people. But if you want to just go out and try out what Sand Hollow is in a very mild way, in a quick trail, try John's Trail. Like, it's the first time I've ran it, and I liked it. A lot of intermediate drivers there, beginner drivers there, that had a lot of fun on it. So day 3 is the ledges.
When it said ledges, I wasn't thinking literally on the ledge, on the
Sand
edge.
Hollow, yeah.
Like, that is not what I thought at all.
So to give you an explanation of what Sand Hollow is a sand dune sitting on top of a big mountain, and that big mountain on the backside is a big ledge. Kind of like what you would normally find in Moab. Like if you go to Cliffhanger or somewhere like that, where it's just like a 3,000-foot vertical drop. Well, now imagine this completely off camber the entire time, wrapping around the side of the ledge, mixing in with sand, dirt, a lot of things that don't have a lot of traction, and then you go from like instant traction to nothing. And you're off camber the entire time. So anyone that doesn't like heights, they're going from a flat sandy dune area to just like a vertical drop, and then you're driving along the side of it.
It was so much fun, but also so terrifying.
It's kind of hard to follow, guys, so do me a favor, make sure that you're kind of keeping an eye on the tracks and the vehicle in front of you. And if you're going on a turn or a drop off or something, kind of stay there so the Jeep behind you can see where you're at.
Pretty sure I just pissed my pants.
Champion, Paul.
There wasn't anywhere that was, I would say, too dramatically scary things for me driving
Towards the
through
end?
it. Like even towards
Yeah.
the end, like there was some off-camber stuff and some climbs, but they weren't anything. Obviously, I'm in Phoenix, which is a fully built rig. Like literally, you can't do anything
It's
else
so
to that.
comfortable.
It's like driving a Cadillac around.
Super easy!
Then we started playing in the sand towards the end.
Which was so much fun.
Yep, and that was fun. We were having issues with Phoenix. So the last day is broken chain. We always go out and we hit these things for Jeepers, right? But sometimes we have buggy guys show up or like crazy built rigs like this, and they want to hit something a little bit tougher. We kind of set up the last day to do that. Now this obstacle is like buggies only, Jeeps don't try it. And so we got into it and we started playing around. And like we literally get into this thing, and in the first 5 minutes of this trail, I'm literally about having to get winched out of a situation. And then there was another guy there who was in an old school, I think CJ, like I was. I can't remember what it exactly was, the model was. You'll probably see it in here, but that dude sent it.
Yeah.
Like I was so stoked to have that guy because he was that guy who didn't care about brands, didn't care about anything,
No,
was out there on bald tires. He got so high centered he couldn't get out of it. And so we ended up basically having to throw a winch on him, pull him through.
A little too hard. Can you back out of it? Might not be able to.
right towards the end, I ended up just shearing my ring and pinion.
Yeah.
That was a doozy.
You know what I mean? That kind of wrapped up our whole trip to Trail Hero, and it was just an awesome time. So again, thanks Yukon Gear and Axle, Mickey Thompson, Scosche, major partners on the Great American Crawl. If you haven't checked out the Great American Crawl, make sure you do. We're hitting New York, we're going to Colorado. Like, we have a lot of great things scheduled. Catch you guys on the next one.